Welcome to a brand new edition to the Rundown with Ramon. It's a brand new spanking new day. If you're watching this live, it is October the 6th. If you're watching this on demand, whether you're watching it next year, this year, next month, next week, it doesn't matter because we have great insight for you no matter when you watch the Rundown with Ramon. Welcome to a brand new day. Today, we have a few things in store for you, and I'm not going to preview it as I normally do. I'm going to jump right in, but you know what? I am going to preview it, and we're going to talk about what do you do when you don't feel like showing up. When you don't feel like showing up, what do you do? How do you push through, as I believe the military talks about? How do you push through the suck? We're going to talk about the power of upgrading. I was in church yesterday and ChatGPT flashed an upgrade for me, and I'm going to share the context that actually flashed it before as well outside of that. And I'm going to talk about GigSalad founder Mark Andrew Steiner, his journey from adoption to theater and more, and how he pressed through and how ordinary people do extraordinary things if you allow yourself, and you're the extraordinary person to do it. This episode of the Rundown with Ramon brought to you by Bitdefender. Check out Bitdefender so you can make sure that your business is secure. You secure your house, click, click, lock the door of your house. You secure your car, boop, boop. But are you securing your brand? Want to get my free guide to securing your brand? Check out secureyourbrand.com. Secureyourbrand.com. So that your brand can be secure. Free download at secureyourbrand.com. And I invite you to join me on my Celebrity CEO Challenge coming up so we can dive into all the things to start and grow your business and build your personal brand. So let's dive into the Rundown with Ramon. First, listen to this 39-second message brought to you from my friends at Bitdefender, helping you secure your brand. Check this out.
It starts with something small. An email, a phone call, a fake invoice. It looks real. It sounds urgent. One wrong move, and your business pays the price. Small businesses are easy targets for cyber criminals. With Bitdefender, they lose every time. Enjoy unstoppable security and real peace of mind so you can fight for success, not against cyber threats. Real-time protection, zero stress. Get Bitdefender today.
All right. So let's dive into it. I want to share something with you today that may make you feel a bit uncomfortable. Well, it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable saying it. And what do you do when you wake up in the morning? Or what do you do when you're in the middle of the day? What do you do at any time and point in your career, in your profession, or in your life, and you don't feel like going forward? You don't feel like moving on. Maybe things are not operating as well as you wish they would. Well, I feel like that today. I was sitting here in my office and I was just feeling a bit blah, feeling a bit tired, feeling a bit emotionally tired of the struggle of the going on. And many of you see the highlight reel of my life, and I've had some success and had some blessings, yes, but understand, and I'm going to talk about this later today about Mark Steiner of GigSalad, I am human. I go through sadness. I go through depressions. I go through things that don't work. I go through areas where my business is not where it should be. I go through areas of business of highs and lows. I'm human. I'm running a business, an entrepreneur, just like you are. And this is exactly why they train soldiers in particular, police to some degree, but lawyers and accountants and doctors and designers and others, they go through a different type of life. But as soldiers, especially high-performing soldiers doing dangerous missions, even beyond support personnel, you have to push through the suck, push through the downness if you're going to complete the mission, if you're going to hit the target. I find that entrepreneurship is very, very similar. I got this insight from Danelle Delgado when she quotes an African proverb that says, "Who loses if you don't win?" Which comes to mind, if I don't perform today, if I don't move forward today, if I don't go through today, if I don't excel today, then what happens tomorrow? What happens next week? What happens next year? What happens to the family, to the wife, to the children, to the people who are counting on me if I don't press forward, if I don't go through? What happens? So sometimes you wake up in the morning, you wake up in the day, you wake up in the afternoon, you start your day, whatever the time it is, but oftentimes it's waking up. And how do you push through when things don't go right? Maybe the proverbial or literal ceiling is leaking. Maybe the proverbial car got hit, maybe the proverbial dog got out of the gate, maybe you stepped in doo-doo, proverbially, metaphorically, or literally. What do you do in business? Sometimes it can be even more. That employee you hired doesn't quite work out. The employee you hired stole from you. The partner you thought you had who was with you left or is not working out. Any number of things can happen. That check you thought was coming through today so you could pay payroll didn't come through, and you're in kind of a panic and a squeeze. What do you do? All these things happen and more. My words echo and think about Marie Forleo's book, Everything is Figure Outable. Everything is figure outable. And the question for you today, this is the entrepreneurial ethos. It is not always easy. In fact, most of the time it's not easy, because if it was easy, we've had more successful entrepreneurs. And when you think about it, most entrepreneurs are not paying themselves even a living wage. Most entrepreneurs have this mindset, I'm trying to get over $100,000 in revenue. Most are not even getting over $1 million in revenue. Most are not building sustainable businesses. And this is why most entrepreneurs, most small business owners fail. Small businesses fail because it is tough, because it's hard. Not everyone can do it. And my encouragement to you today, my thought to you today is, this is what you have to understand. What do you want to do? We know you have to make a living. That's a given. You have to provide for your family. You have to provide for yourself. You have to provide for your community. That's a given. But beyond that, why are you doing what you're doing? How are you doing what you're doing? When will you do what you're doing? What is going to keep you moving forward in the suck when it's not going so well? And this is the entrepreneurial ethos. It's not for everyone, as Tabitha Brown said. And she was a bit slammed for it by some, praised for it by others. If you don't know Tabitha Brown, look her up. An amazing influencer with millions of followers. And she said, hey, honey, let me tell you, you need to get a job, because you've been pushing and pushing and pushing and trying and trying and trying and doing this, and it's just not working out. Is it time for you to get a job? Is it time for you to do something different? Postulates, asks, request, causes you to think, pushes on your heartstrings. Is it time for you to do something different? And that's what I want to bring today to you. The struggle is there. Entrepreneurship is definitely not easy. But is this your calling, as my wife would say? Do you have customers who are buying? Do you have some proven results? Do you have things that are working in some degree? Well, you just have to get up, suck it up, and keep on going. Now, you don't want to keep going blindly, but I encourage you today, keep going with some thought. You have some sales. How can you get more? You had some customers who bought from you. Who are those customers? How can you get more to buy from you? You had some customers. What problem are you solving for them? And how can you find more people that have this problem that you can solve it for? How can you surround yourself with peers and others who can help you push along the journey and go? How can you get mentorship and expertise from others to get insight in what you're doing? By the way, my name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books on the best stages in the world, here to help you grow your business. Join me, by the way, at the Celebrity CEO Challenge we have upcoming in about 2 weeks, celebrityceo.com, celebrityceo.com. Join us there. Let's move on. Ding, 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 ding. Number 2 of our Rundown with Ramon today, the power of free upgrades. ChatGPT. I saw a pop-up come when I was using AI, ChatGPT. It said, hey, do you want to try business? Now, I'm already paying for the pro version, I believe it is, about $20 per month for AI ChatGPT. But it said, do I want to try business? Business is about $50 a month, give or take, or $150 a month for up the minimum of 3 users. So I clicked the link to see how much better it would be. And it is a little better. It is a little faster. There's unlimited versions, unlimited things. But the key is not ChatGPT. I have the pricing right here. It goes from $20 a month for the plus version to $30 a month for the business version, but a minimum of 3 business users or 3 users. But here's the power about free upgrades that I wanted to bring to your attention. Free upgrades are so important. Why? People already trust you. They've invested something with you already. So clearly there's a use for your service they have or a need. By saying, hey, would you like more of what you're already getting? And just try it and see if you like it. You will increase the utilization of your service, increase people using your service, the percentage rates. If you have 1,000 people already using version A of your service or level A of your service, and you offer a free upgrade to 10,000 people, imagine if those 10,000 people, imagine if 1% take you up on your offer, or 10% to make it easy out of the 10,000, that's 1,000 people who are trying it. Imagine 10% of those people stay with you for a while. That's 100 more people, and you do that over and over and over again. This is the power of the free upgrade, or the so-called, do you want to upgrade? Do you want to biggie size it? Many people will say no, but you do that over and over and over again, you have a different profit driver in your business. Lot we can learn from the bigger brands, lot we can learn from the bigger companies. This aspect of, do you want an upgrade? Don't be afraid to offer more from people who already trust you, offering more people who already want to be with you, offering more for people who already want to be doing what you're doing to work with you, because you're already solving their problem. They want to work with you. Give them a reason to do more and to solve more with you. Don't forget the power of the free upgrade. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, I want to touch on the interview I had with GigSalad founder Mark Steiner, an amazing, beautiful human who opened up to me about his being adopted, love of theater, and more. And I don't just want to focus on this too much, but why I want to focus on this, because often when I interview founders, interview leaders, they don't go back to the story. They don't go back to maybe a period in their life that they had to fight through and work through. But Mark Steiner did, and I so appreciated this about him. And here's my message of the day, my point today for all of us. Your past, your history, does affect who you are today. That's a fact. It will impact that, affect that. But you don't have to stay there, especially if it was negative. It doesn't have to stay there. Your past, your journey, where you've been, especially if it was not so great a starting point, doesn't have to define you. It will only define you if you let it. So my point today, my message today is, don't just stay where you are. Always seek to do better. Always seek to do advance. Always seek to grow. Always seek to get to the next level. Always seek to thrive. Always seek to grow. I was fired from the United Nations 10 or more years ago. It was a pretty low point in my life. Probably not the lowest, but a low point in my life. I could have stayed there. I could have wallowed there in misery and said, what do I do? But I had the entrepreneurial bug in me. I had a little bit of the taste of entrepreneurship, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I launched out in full-time entrepreneurship. No more side hustle, no more side gig, no more side project. And I'm glad I did it, because I wouldn't be here I am today speaking to you. I wouldn't be live today on the Rundown with Ramon show. I wouldn't have started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, been with Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, Lisa Nichols, Cody Sanchez, interviewed presidents, and more. I wouldn't have done all that probably if I would never have left the UN, if I wouldn't have been fired from the UN. So my point being today, sometimes your lowest point is really a stepping stone to propel you to something bigger, to something more that you're called for. This is the Rundown with Ramon, brought to you by Bitdefender. Check this out, 32 seconds before we get ready to wrap up the Rundown with Ramon show.
Running a business is tough. Cyber threats make it even tougher. Phishing scams, ransomware, one click can cost you everything. Bitdefender stops threats before they strike. No IT skills needed. Bitdefender, your go-to cybersecurity partner. Easy to use, impossible to outsmart. Just security that thinks ahead. You run the business. We stop the threats. Get Bitdefender today. Trusted. Always.
All right. Welcome back. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I hope this inspired you, gave you a little kick in the tush to catalyze you to move forward in your day. If I can help you in some way, reach out to me, Ramon@RamonRay.com. This is the best place to do that. Appreciate being with you. Thank you so much for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. Let's make it a great day today, and I'll see you back here. I got some travel coming up this week, so we'll see here. But check out the YouTube schedule. Check out the I try to schedule it, so you get the little alert in your live stream notification on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on whatever the platform may be. Be blessed. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for showing up and being here, because this would not be a show if you weren't listening. Thanks.